Hi everyone! February is already over, so here's an update on my progress of my JRPG game for the month. I first started by completing the work on my teleporter system. Last time, I talked about whether I wanted to work in Tiled or Unity to place my warp zones and spawn points. I decided to go with Tiled for my workflow. In Tiled, you can create object templates that you can reuse all over your project. I created a template teleporter and spawn point that I can place wherever I need them. I only need to edit the properties for each of them when they're placed on the map. Then in Unity, the tiled importer automatically converts these template objects into the correct teleporter and spawn point prefabs. This way, I can do all my map work inside Tiled without having to worry about my game object placement and data in Unity. Next, I started work on my world map. A few years ago, I already made a prototype for a Mode 7 styled overworld inside Unity by recreating the map and airship from Final Fantasy VI. This time, I remade the code from scratch. For my overworld sprite, I used the RPG overworld tileset by Pita. The map I use is a placeholder simply made from a collection of example maps provided with a tileset pack, as I still don't have a design for the world map of my story. In order to achieve a Mode 7 effect for my overworld, I use a perspective camera with a slight angle rotation instead of an orthographic one. For the ship and airship, I went for a lower angle perspective to replicate the Mode 7 airships. I decided not to go with the old clunky tank controls for the vehicles and instead use relative movement from the camera angle. And like modern 3D games, you can also orbit the camera around the vehicles. At the beginning, I had a jittering issue with my camera that was caused by the Pixel Perfect camera component. This is because the Pixel Perfect camera script doesn't work correctly with the perspective camera. Also, character sprites would get distorted and lose their pixel perfectness if they aren't in the center of the screen. In order to fix those issues, I had to change my camera setup and get rid of the Pixel Perfect script. I start with a perspective camera that renders all the world, then I stack an orthographic camera on top which renders only the character. This allows the character to be positioned anywhere on the screen and keep its pixel perfectness. These two cameras are rendered on a 480 by 270 render texture, which is the native pixel resolution I chose for my game. There's a third camera that upscaled this render texture to 1080 resolution. This way, my pixels stay sharp and still keep that old school retro feel. Finally, I also started work on looping the world map and allow the player to change vehicle. The feature is pretty barebone for now. My objective for next month is to complete the right transition for the vehicles and support a bigger world map, which will load in chunks for performance. I also hope to be able to work on teleporting from a village or dungeon map to the world map and vice versa. That's it for this month. I'm really happy with how the world map is turning out. I'm a huge fan of Mode 7, so this is something I was looking forward to put in my game. If you like what you see and are interested in following the development of my JRPG game, please consider leaving a like, a comment, and subscribing. I plan to release devlogs at the end of every month. Thank you for showing interest in my game, and I'll see you in my next devlog video.